Hello, welcome to another Felicity Crafts winter. Got the Yuletide blanket, handmade jumpers, cats snuggling up. In these cold days sometimes it's good to do a bit of crafting, and one of the things you can do is stock up your card selection so that you've got handmade cards to take you through the whole year. And I'm going to show you today some fun things that we can do with washi tape, most of them cards. So here we've got a selection of washi tape. Washi tape is basically fancy sellotape. So if we've got something like this, I always say my superpower is finding the end of the sellotape because that's what I spend my life doing at school. Here is the fancy sellotape. It used to be really super expensive and now it's come down in cost. To be honest, there is a difference in the quality of washi tape. So these ones, which were a lot cheaper, I've got some expensive ones and some cheap ones, the stickiness isn't there, but if you're only putting it onto cards and it's not going to be used like for a really long time, then the cheap ones are absolutely fine. I've also got some ones that are shiny and some ones that are matte. So these tiny ones here are quite shiny like traditional sellotape, and these ones here are quite matte. One of the great things about washi tape is the fact that you can tear it. So very much like we do with, Peggy's just totally settling down here and purring away. Like we do with the double-sided tape, it's really good to be able to tear it rather than have to cut it. It doesn't gunk up your scissors, and it just makes the whole thing a little bit easier. So we've got loads of different thicknesses. You can get Christmas themed ones, you can get all kinds of things, and they're great for making cards. So we've got a few selections of things that we can do. I'm going to show you some of them on the top down camera, but I'm just going to show you some of the simple ones first. So here we have just stuck 2 down, 2 across, which gives us the rest of that section to put something in, which I'm going to show you in a second. So you could do some calligraphy here, you could stick a photograph here, anything. That's just going to give you a nice framed edge with your washi tape. Same thing if you stick 2 pieces like that and then write along there. So your message, not all cards are birthday, it could be congratulations. So there's another thing that you can do with the washi tape. I've used the shiny stuff here and just got an offcut of card and stuck it all the way along, just completely covered it. On the other side, I've drawn a shape. You can either freehand that if you're happy with it, you can put it through your cutting machine if you've got one of those, or you can get something from the internet to use as a template. Of course, you also have square templates and round templates all over the place, like you could draw around a cotton reel or anything. Cut out the shape. We've now got a balloon here, and the balloon can be stuck in there. And of course it could be absolutely anything. I just chose a balloon because of the kind of birthday thing, and then you can stick it on your shape and give us a little bit of a shape on there with the balloon, and obviously you could have hundreds and do that anyway. So the washi tape doesn't have to stay in straight lines, is the point about that. Cover a piece of paper entirely and then cut out different shapes. That's something else you can do with washi tape. Okay, we can make it into a card like this, and I'm going to show you that a little bit closer on the top down one. This is one of the best ones. I've used this years and years, loads and loads of times when it's children's birthdays for the number. Okay, by the time you've got to 52, you're not going to fit them on. But when you're doing it with children under 10, you can fit them on. All you do is stick your washi tape up like that. And when you are getting it off, you don't even need to worry about it being straight. So you can approximate a straight thing. And then the fact that your edge, I'm just going to really exaggerate it so you can see it from the camera. So the fact that your edge is not straight at the top is perfect, because that's what those birthday candles look like, don't they? So I'll just stick that one down there. So then you can just draw yourself a little candle on the top of there. Nice easy little flame to do, and you can have the specific numbers. You can do some fancy calligraphy around, and this is the spot writing, and if you keep going back, there are some calligraphy videos to show you ways to write This one says happy birthday Peggy. It's not Peggy's birthday, I was just using it as an example there. That's a really nice easy way that you can do something. We're also going to make some bunting out of washi tape. Here it's just slightly freer. I've got a little bit hanging down there because I'm going to show you that on the top down and exactly how we do it so that we can see it nice and clearly. And we can also use our washi tape to draw. So I'll see you on the top down camera and show you a few closer up, and then we'll have some fun with our washi tape. So there's just a little bit closer up so that you can see the writing on the one I just showed you. For the one that was happy birthday Nick here, what we've done is to create a cake, and this of course would make a lovely wedding one as well. So we've got 3 layers of washi tape, and I did just guess that the kind of quirkiness of having different sizes torn and guessed is kind of part of the handmade card thing. We don't want it to look like something from a shop. I've drawn on a cake stand underneath, although if it was a wedding and you wished it to be bigger and personalised, that's fine. And then you can put on the exact number of candles, of course bearing in mind the ages. Nick's actually 20 and I can't fit that many on there, but if we have a few candles on there, personalise it up, there we have a really nice card. For the bunting, I'm going to show you how to do it when we're going across like that. This bunting is not attached, so if you can see, it's not stuck down, it's moving around a little bit, which gives it a little bit more excitement. I had this dark purple one and you can't see the letter of the happy on it, and I left it there because I thought just be aware if you are going to write on it that that's going to be a little, you know, that it might be a little bit of a problem. Okay, so what we're going to do is you can either stick your string on where you can see it like that, making the most of it, of the washi tape's attractiveness, or if you want, you can hide the string inside there and on the back like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our washi tape here and we're just going to tear a little piece off. So you want it to be long enough to fold over, so twice as big as however big you want your bunting to be. And then we're going to put it on there and we're going to thread it behind and fold it over, catching that string in between. One of the good things about washi tape is it's not incredibly sticky, so you can pull it off again, and if you've accidentally stuck it down to the card, that's fine. You can do this like flag type bottom, or you can do the pointed kind of thing. And to create that, again, just experimenting around, not worrying about it being perfect. We're just going to use the scissors to snip off those little bits and then put in your appropriate letter, which in this case is D. Of course you could do, and this is what I would really do for a card that I'll finish off afterwards, I might do another one underneath with the person's name on, or write it underneath there, so that you can get a little bit. It's a bit easier than using fabric, the washi tape. You can do this with tiny scraps of fabric, but it just makes it just a little bit easier when you're sticking it over like that. Okay, so we've got that moving around. And I say birthday's a little bit tauter because it's a longer word. That one's hanging down. Depends whether you're making it for Amy or for Felicity. Now our last thing is using it to draw. You can turn this into a card. This is just in my drawing book. And we have a load of little people because it's chilly outside, and that is what we're going to look at. We're going to look at all these different people, and they're really, really easy to draw. So you get yourself some washi tape. I'm going to choose this nice purple one here, and I'm just going to tear off a strip, just a small amount, a little bit like that. Now I've got a slightly untidy end there, and I don't really want that, but I'm still tearing. So I'm going to stick that down, not worrying too much about whether or not it's completely straight.
It's a scarf around her neck, it doesn't need to be completely straight. I'm then going to pull off another bit, and that bit's going to be slightly longer, and I'm going to overlap, sticking it down like that. Okay, so it's going that way and then that way. And now I'm going to draw myself some features on that. So I've got my felt tip pen little selection out, but I'm going to start with my thin black. Now we're hiding all the features that are difficult to draw. So we're going to start with a couple of upside down U's for our eyes, like that. And then we're going to add some hair. I'm going to have a ginger friend with me today on this one. So I'm going to add some hair, and this hair is going to come down in a few lines like that. Now if she wasn't wearing a hat, I could make it come right across to the top here like that, but she's going to be wearing a hat. Now obviously this fantastically lends itself towards personalising it for whoever you want. I'm going to give this person a hat, and if you came to my drawing club, we were drawing hats, so you can do one exactly like we did there. We're going to draw ourselves a little rim on our hat, and I'm going to just zigzag it up like that, and then over the top. I'm not going to put a pom-pom on this one because it's bumping into my other things. In order to make it look like it's knitted, we're going to do a little wiggly line along it. And obviously you can go crazy personalising this exactly for the person that you want to do it for. So here I've got myself one with hair that's a bit more like mine. This person's only wearing a headband. We've got some stripy hats. Go mad making that for somebody in winter, or even just a cute little card to send, or even just amuse yourself doing it on there. I hope you enjoy that fun with washi tape.
So there we are, lots of fun you can have with washi tape, whether you're just drawing it, whether you have somebody who's maybe got a winter birthday, or just use it to stock up your card selection for the next few months. As well as cards, of course, you can use it for other things. Here we had a little chest of drawers that's completely covered in washi tape. This was actually done years ago and has been even in a windowsill with the sunshine on it. Looks really good, makes something plain look great. You can put it onto light switches as well to go across. That looks fantastic. I hope you have fun experimenting with your washi tape, and I'll see you for some green heart fun soon.